Almighty morning. Ted is here. He doesn't look to be logged on with his channels yet, so I haven't pulled him up quite yet, but he is here. So let me introduce you to Ted Harris. And unfortunately, we weren't able to go over everything ahead of time. And wow, all of a sudden things got changed around here.
Yeah, I'm on the road and didn't sleep well last night, so it's my bad, but I'm here now.
And all of a sudden, things aren't the way I want them to be. This is funny. Okay. I don't know why we're
We'll
having
get there.
multiple stuff here. I had it all set up and now it's changed. This is
Ooh.
cute. Yeah, I'm trying to
Am I
figure it.
supposed to add a channel in the upper right-hand corner?
Yeah, or
Oh,
all the channels that you have. If you have a YouTube, if you have a, yeah, all of those. Oops, he's gone. And all of a sudden now I've got the right one up. So that's good. It wasn't available and now it is. Hopefully he'll be back. So I do apologize. Normally we have things together because I'm able to talk to the guest a little bit beforehand, but unfortunately wasn't able to do that today. But Ted will be back, hopefully. Just checking.
I
Right.
clicked on that thing. Sorry, Julie. I'm really sorry.
That's okay. I'm waiting for you. Go ahead and click on the thing. It says if you already have a thing, add your channels. It says then log in as guest. So you can add your channels before you get in. So all you have to do is click on again.
Okay.
If you don't want your channels, that's fine.
Click on YouTube Connect. YouTube.
At YouTube, you would have to do that. Yeah, you could do YouTube, or Facebook if you have a business Facebook. And we're live right now, so that's why we do this ahead of time.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I'm sorry.
That's why I gave it to you an hour ahead of time. So, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't tell why. Okay,
I did explain. So thanks, but that's okay. Just go ahead and get on whenever you can, and I will do my best to carry on until
Well,
then.
I'm gonna stop trying to do what I'm doing because it's not working. So okay. I'm gonna come back on the way I was.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, sure. Okay.
Well, sorry about that. It is a beautiful Wednesday. Lots of great things going on. Lots of great energy around us. And here again is Ted.
okay.
And
Good
when
morning.
you get each time you get on, it changes the format of the screens. I have no idea why. It was fine when you left, and it was fine before you got on. Wow.
Wow, I understand.
No idea.
Boy, really a calamity of errors. Yeah, I didn't realize it would be, you know,
That's
I didn't know what to expect. Yeah. So, anyway,
that's why we talk.
My bad. I apologize
Hey,
to
it's
everybody.
nothing about being bad. It's the here and now. We go with the flow, and this is the flow. This is normal. So,
Okay.
all of it is about getting on. I'm trying to. There we go. We don't have it. We have people on. Oh wow, that
Okay.
was cute. That changed. That this is very strange. I have never had this happen in the 3 years I've been here. Okay. So I have no idea what we're doing.
So
Wow.
the new comments will appear in the display. Are you looking at a nice forest scene? Or is
Yeah,
that just me? Okay.
that's you. No, that's a forest scene in the back. That's a background that I have. Hold on. Wow. None of these are working. Like I said, everything is normal. We do have a retrograde going on, and I want to I don't want to do this one. Let me see if we can maximize that. Okay, we got that part. Now I need to work on getting Ted back on. But he is here. You can talk, Ted.
I'm here. Hello.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody.
Okay, let's see. Wow. Hold on. Hopefully this will help.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one
All
down.
right.
Okay. Now, if once people start chatting with us, then we'll be good.
Okay.
Okay. So this is Ted Harris, everyone. I've
Good
known
morning,
him
everybody.
for a couple years. He did some energy healing for me
Yep.
at a Monday night class, as most of you have heard us talk about Tina Escoto's Monday night class at Everything Just Rocks. Ted was there. So, Ted, please introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Ted Harris. I founded and own the business called Spirit for Health. I came up with that name because I've been a personal trainer for at least a decade before launching my psychic business. And then, it just seemed like a perfect merge between all my interests. I'll give a little background of myself if you'd like.
Sure.
I was a very sensitive child. I could tell other people's moods very quickly, pick up on, what they were going through. Um, and then I could kind of tell how things were going to play out in the future. At that point, I wouldn't call it claircognizance, but I could just kind of see the trajectory it was going on. Um, I was set to go into the Air Force when I was 24 as a pilot. I had been accepted to pilot training. I did ROTC at UC Berkeley. The night before I was leaving for pilot training, I was knocked unconscious outside of a bar and was medically disqualified from going to pilot training. 3 years later, I did go active duty, and it really started a very spiritual journey for me. One of the ways I dealt with the stress of the job was, and I was an aircraft maintenance officer, but one of the ways I dealt with the stress of the job was to get Reiki sessions weekly. And I joined a Qigong circle and I started going to sweat lodges every month. And this was all on the East Coast in Dover, Delaware. I stayed on active duty, stayed out there for 3.5 years, and then I got off active duty and went back to California. But during that time, I had some really interesting experiences. The Reiki session I had, it was the first one I ever had. That was my introduction to energy, medicine, if you will. Um, I released a lot of energy, a lot of judgment, uh, and a lot of angst that kind of was left over from high school. Um, the practitioner was overwhelmed with the amount that I released, so she transferred me to her teacher, and that's who I got my sessions from weekly after that. Um, that was 97 to '01. I got off of active duty and 2 years later went into computers and was a network administrator, mostly in Hawaii. I got transferred out there to help deploy intranet that the Navy and Marine Corps were building. And so I have a background in IT. I worked at Pearl Harbor. I was administering a network that was being hosting wargaming software for the Pentagon. So, yeah. But near the tail end of that, I just realized the stress of the job was too much for me, and the brain injury had been affecting me my whole adult life. So I decided to go on disability and get hyperbaric oxygen therapy for about a year. I did that. I did that with brainwave entrainment at the time, so I paired the two and got a lot out of it. Decided to move from Hawaii back to the Bay Area where I studied, became a personal trainer, and I also enrolled in the Berkeley Psychic Institute. That was kind of the beginning of my clairvoyant training, which is what I tout myself to be. That doesn't mean I don't have other gifts as well, but that's the one that I kind of focus on using. So I did that, stayed with the Berkeley Psychic Institute with the Berkeley chapter and the Santa Rosa chapter for about 3 years. Finished up, and then I worked with a hands-on chi healer. He took silver medal in Tai Chi 1 year at in China. He was very good, and he also studied under another healer. So he had a lot of healing energy, like 7 or 10 different strands of healing energy you channel out of his hands. So I received healings from him for about 1.5 years, and I mentored under him and learned that trade as well, the healing modality. And then I went back to a clairvoyant school in San Francisco and learned more and got more practice. And just, for me, the schooling was great. It taught me all the basics, but it was practicing with friends and tight-knit communities outside of that kind of got me my confidence in my abilities. And then I went on to, then I did one more thing to heal my brain injury, and that was to move to Arizona, where I worked with a specialist there, and I did a program in Utah at the same time. So did that, but while in Arizona, my friends kept telling me to offer my psychic services professionally. So I finally got a break to last minute drop in to do the Phoenix Psychic Fair. And she had me do a test reading on her, which I guess I nailed because she wanted me to do several more after that. Um, and anyway, so I did the Phoenix Psychic Fair and became a regular there quite some time, and started going to Tina Soto's class just because I had heard about it through a friend of mine. Well, I heard about it through the owner of the place that she does it. And just met everybody through there, and then started on with a Tuesday night group with Don Ramiro, and Julie was often there, and just with a lot of good folks. And we would do trades, and they would practice their mediumship on me, and every once in a while I'd practice mediumship, but really kind of defaulted to my clairvoyance. And that's kind of bringing you up to date. I'm currently in Colorado and signed a lease on a place, and I find out about it for sure tomorrow or the next day. And Colorado's got a lot of psychic schools in the lineage that I was taught, and I like the amount of conscious events that go on here. But so that's kind of why I picked Colorado. But back to the clairvoyance. I've been lucky, gifted, blessed to be able to perform some pretty significant healings for people. Now, results may vary. Everybody has where they're at, and I move whatever energy I see out of their space that they're ready to let go of at the time. I'll highlight, I don't know, Julie, do you want me just to highlight a few of the sessions I've done recently, or
If you want to do that, or you want to talk about upcoming
events?
events or classes
Okay.
you're giving. Yes.
Sure.
The problem is our chat isn't working, so I'm working also listening to you
Okay.
and
Great. Yeah.
working on fixing it. So
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I'm starting to get some interesting questions launched into my space, I see. I'll give you a couple of examples of healings that I've done recently. I had one, I went to massage school about 3 years ago so I could add some things to my professional. Oh, good. Somebody's here.
there's a lot of people here. It's just they're finally coming through because I'm getting restream on and fixing it. So
All right. All right. Yes,
Thanks.
we see you calling.
That's our restream.
At psychic school, So let me back up. So when I first moved to Arizona, I went to a Tai Chi class at Body and Brain in Mesa, and I met a woman from Africa there, and we kind of really hit it off. So I did a healing on her right there in class, and she was dealing with 4 fibrotic growths in her uterus at the time that were quite painful for her. So I got the hit that intuition that I needed to do 4 half-hour sessions with her, and I told her that, and she decided she hired me on the spot. So I did those, and the pain completely remediated. And I wanted her to get it re-imaged so I would know for sure if the growths were completely gone. But she didn't want to. She just believed in the energy medicine. But anyway, so that was a big success for my chi healing that I do. Um, Clairvoyantly, at some point, I did several sessions on her. One was she's trying to get her green card, and I re-grounded the whole project, and I got the administrator, the bureaucratic administrator, whoever that was, I don't know, but I got them to look at her in a favorable light using some tricks that I picked up at school. And 2 weeks later, she got her green card,
Oh,
and she'd been
wow.
waiting for over a year. Yeah. And I did that with somebody else a few years later with the exact same results. 2 weeks later, they got their green card. So I guess might be getting a lot of people wanting green cards soon. Anyway, so one of the things I did with her was she had her dad had passed, and she had a real good relationship with him for the most part, but no relationship's ever perfect. She started developing symptoms of sciatica down her right leg, and I saw some of her dad's energy stuck in that area, the right gluteus area. So I removed that, and I got that out of her space, and the sciatica went away, and it never came back. I've been able to have success with that with 2 other people. So it really just is being able to relax, develop, see what you can see clairvoyantly. And it took me about 6 months before I started trusting it at school, and then of course another few years after that, like I mentioned. But yeah, I do teach classes on how to do this. And as soon as I get settled, I have several people lined up who want to take it. So that's what I'll be doing. My website is spiritforhealth.com. It's FOR in the middle, not the number 4, FOR. And yeah, from there you can kind of take a look at several testimonials that I've had from various people dealing with various ailments. And I also do what's called a relationship healing. And that is putting 2 people up side by side. And I use a psychic movie screen to let me see whatever it is I'm going to see during the reading. And that helps to keep people's energy out of my space while I look at them. And it also helps to keep me in a neutral space while I look at all the stuff they're dealing with. So all these things, work together synergistically to help keep our energies separate from each other, because my job is to clear out energies out of their space that they've collected and not add more to it.
When you say you're doing this,
Mm-hmm.
and you have 2 people that you're doing, are both of them present with you, or are they? Is it
One
remote?
is.
One is.
Yeah. I
And what was the
don't
other
need. Yeah, one is present, and then they tell me the target person that they want to work on their relationship with.
Oh my.
So I ask the other person I ask their spirit if I have permission to do healing work on them, and they say yes. They've always said yes.
But in the here and now,
Hmm.
in the conscious person, you do not speak to on this, right?
No, I do. Like they're hiring me to do the session with
No,
them.
no, no. The one person, but the what am I saying? The
The other
remote
person.
person, the
Uh-huh.
remote person,
Okay.
you don't speak to their consciousness.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
I get permission from their spirit to do the healing, and that's how I proceed. Um, so what I do is I put the two people up side by side, and I look for any chords between them, and the chords usually land in a trauma picture, and the trauma picture can be something they picked up from birth or from from a past life, and they're reincarnating together to play out another lesson or some other roles that they've you know encountered during that life. Um, but the trauma pictures uh, could be anything from a physical, emotional, sexual abuse, mental abuse, and then I go in and I kind of clear it out. And usually it lands mostly in one place in their chakra system, their energy body, but sometimes it lands in several places, in which case I de-energize all those images out of their system, no matter where they land. And the chords, in the other person. So what I do is I create a psychic mirror for that other person, and I say, "Hey, look, this is what I'm seeing in your space. Would you like me to clean it out?" And I've never had a no. Well, maybe once I did, yeah. But when I get the go ahead, I clean it out of their space. It, a good for instance of that, a recent example is I met a guy from Iran, and he came to me at a psychic fair in California when I was there, and he said, "Hey, I need you to read my cousin and her husband." So I'm like, "Well, I don't remember much about it except I told him that the husband didn't have very good energy, like it just did not look good." So he informed me that I was wrong, that the husband, in fact, was a great guy and very magnanimous and caring and doting. A few months later, he hired me to do a healing session on his cousin, and then again, I saw his husband, and I relayed to him that it looked like there was some physical abuse going on. So he told me that he in fact did talk to his cousin and that she did confirm that that was happening. So what I did was physical abuse usually, or any kind of abuse usually happens when there's a negative entity attached to us as invading our space and kind of driving us to do and act certain ways that we don't want. So I found it, I pulled it out of his space, I de-energized some of the trauma pictures that it had attached to him in, and that can be like scarcity, not being able to provide for yourself. It could be from a past life or this life, uh, and these, I call them negative entities. They don't know any better. They're just doing their thing, right? They're like Humpty Dum. Some of them may actually have some negative intent in mind, but I like to give them the benefit of the doubt. And I rarely read them to a great extent because that's not what I'm there for. So I pulled this out. I de-energized all the stuff that was in the recipient's, the guy's space, the husband's space, and I de-energized some trauma pictures that he had outside of that. And regrounded him, and I de-energized some trauma pictures that she had picked up from being in that relationship, and regrounded her, and did some more work on her. But I guess from what I got from my Iranian friend is that the abuse practically stopped overnight from doing that. So um, yeah, that was a big win. Um, I also had another person reach out to me for a healing session, and she was in the Phoenix area. Her brother, well, she was in a panic. She texted me, Ted, I need a session today. Please help me. I'm like, okay. So I drive over to the park, my lovely park where I like to go to do readings, and set it up on my phone. There's a nice lake and stuff there, but it kind of, let's see, what happened with that was uh, he had been using meth and alcohol for years. He had several prior domestics filed against him from previous partners, so he was prone to physical violence. He got it in his head that he needed to confront his parents about something. So he was literally driving from North Dakota to Maryland to confront them. And I'm like, well, your parents need to leave. You know, you need to call the cops and leave. Well, the mother left, but the father wanted to stay behind and help his son. There was a gun at the house that the son owned. So, you know, this was a really kind of elevated threat. And I don't think they wanted to call the cops. They weren't willing to on their son. So I got there. I honed in on his energy kind of through her. Um, I don't always have to do it that way, but that's the way that I like to do it. And this was definitely a case where I held up a psychic mirror to him and said, listen, man, this is what you're dealing with. It's not you. He had like 11 or 12 entities plugged into his space. So I pulled him out. And you know, there's something called programming in my lineage, and that looks like kind of like a machine energy. It looks like a logic tree that's embedded in somebody's space of, you know, if you hit this pain picture and this chakra, then this is the decision you need to go to. So and it connects all up to the brain, of course. So those entities had left a lot of programming in a space about how to think about life and how horrible it was and all this stuff. So I wiped it all out. I regrounded him because there's a bunch of, we all have grounding cords and they can get clogged full of other people's stuff and agendas for us and make us do things that, you know, for other people. And that's nice of us, but we don't have to do that. So, so I cleared out his grounding cord, and I cleared out his sister's grounding cord, and I cleaned out the father's grounding cord because he was kind of in the peripheral of the reading. Wiped out all that programming, pulled the beings out, and then I've never done this before. His spirit was showing me that he needed some of his innate spiritual energy in his physical space to help remind him of who he actually was, instead of all these beings and their programming about life. So I reached up, I grabbed some of that spiritual energy that his big soul was telling me to bring down into his space. I brought it down, I plugged it in the spot where he was telling me to put it in. And that was kind of the end of that reading. I talked to his sister, my client, a little more. And then, then we ended it. And a couple hours later, she called me, told me he had stopped driving, that he called her and told her he loved her, and they hadn't been talking. He asked if what she had done to intervene because he felt a lot different. And he confessed to feeling like he had been possessed. And so that was like, I don't know, my most memorable one that I did. And that was really cool to be able to like step in and stop something like that from happening.
How long ago was that?
About 3 months ago.
Oh, that recently? Wow. And
Well, wait. No, that was in probably February. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So probably five months ago.
And where were you?
I was in California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And what was the question I had? So, did his sister explain to him what she had done?
Yeah,
Okay.
she did. Now, I will say that he did not remain sober after this. So, yeah, often, a lifestyle change, a cognitive change needs to happen in addition with me doing my energy work. Uh, so keep that in mind. Like it's important to get if your goal is to get somebody else's life changed, it's important to get them mentally on board with that as well.
To continue their healing or to continue the sobriety that they have achieved, even if it was just briefly. That,
Exactly.
and I know that Tina Scotto, as we both said, is a teacher,
Hmm.
and she reminds us that she removed a attachment to a person while he
Hmm.
was sleeping,
Hmm.
and he almost died from it.
Mm. Good Lord.
And she basically had to reattach that,
Hmm. Yeah.
and she then saw this gentleman again months later. That attachment made itself known
Hmm.
and was standing by his side throughout the whole healing process that she did,
Mm.
and said, "We don't want you to mess things up again because it took us so long to get him back to being alive like he is today."
Oh, the attachment said that?
Yes, said that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So when you do this for somebody else, you have to take their life into thought.
Hmm.
Because if you get somebody, if you find somebody that will or is willing to remove an attachment without speaking to the conscious person, then you've got to understand it can have a whole lot of consequences. I'm glad it worked out for you, except for the fact that he's back drinking. But why she didn't provide your information to him so that he could get a hold of you and say, "Hey, let's continue this. Let's keep," and you might have resources that he could have gotten a hold of, whether it's an AA meeting group or something else. I don't believe in AA because they keep telling you you're not worthy, you're not good enough,
Not whole.
and you're broken.
Yeah.
You're not whole. Yes, exactly.
Hmm.
So I don't agree with that, but it's a good start for people.
Hmm.
I mean, as long as you don't say
Yeah.
on a daily basis that I am not whole,
Hmm.
then I think you're definitely going to make it. But then again,
Yep.
with
Yep.
your with what you can do with energy, you might be able to help all those people
Hmm.
to stay sober. Have you ever thought about that with your energy healing?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I used to go to AA when I was in the thralls of my head injury. I kind of had to. Um, yeah, I'm very, very immersed in their culture. Um, or I'm very familiar with their culture, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not immersed in it anymore. I still have friends that go to AA, love them to death. I perform healings on them when the opportunity presents itself. It can be challenging to take on that level of responsibility for someone's growth in that way, to present to them all the answers and then to do all the healing work on them. It's not easy uh, getting that much of a change turnaround in somebody, because the amount of stuff that they're burying by drinking is significant. And uh, yeah, I mean, they can completely get derailed, unbeknownst to me, and just go along. Like, but yeah, I definitely see stuff in people at meetings when I would go to them, um, and yeah. Let me grab a sip of water. Just a second.
Sure, sure.
Thanks.
We do have a break in between as well, so
Oh,
ready for that.
okay.
But Davey, just hold on. We'll do readings after the hour starts. The next hour starts. I know you're not in the United States, so I keep thinking you're UK, but I always get that wrong, Davey. So just hang in there. All right. So
Now I want to, if I could speak to another point you brought up.
yeah.
So it there's a level of trust involved with working with a healer, any healer,
Right.
and I yeah, I have to be very discerning about what I remove, when I remove it, because and there's a psychic trick that I learned at school to not outpace the person's ability to receive the healing that I could give them. So I have to slow my roll in layman's terms sometimes, because I can see all this stuff, but it doesn't mean they're ready to let it go.
Right.
So much of our life story and foundation is built upon a bunch of stories that we've gone through, and in my parlance, it's called secondary gain. Well, hey, I was abused growing up this way, so like I know everything there is to know about it, and uh, I've got a whole life and support group set up around helping me deal with any after effects of that, and so if I was to remove that, and this has happened, but it was with the person's permission. If I was to remove that, then the whole reason for their whole support network could disintegrate, and then they have like nobody or close to nobody, and they have to start over. Um, yeah, so that does happen. So that's something that I have to be in very clear communication with their spirit about. Now, when I look at beings in somebody's space, yeah, I've seen beings before where I didn't remove them. They were too big, too embedded in their space, and to remove them would have been a massive project. And that's common in AA. Not, so yeah, it's like that's why you need to get somebody on board with that. And their culture is very our way or, you're going to die. So
Right.
it's like for me to go in there and say, hey, would you like an energy healing? Woohoo.
Well,
Yeah.
and I see that, but to me, it's just like one day at a time, one step at a time. Say I am worthy. Don't
Yeah.
keep. Don't continue saying you're not whole. And I like the fact that
Yeah.
you said whole instead of
Yeah.
all the other things that they
Yeah.
said. But
Yeah. Because our spirits
right.
do get fragmented. And that's kind of one way to look at what I do. It's just to like put it all back together, bring it into present time. But yeah, to repeat that mantra is definitely keeping you in a feedback loop. And there's also this culture in AA of race to the bottom, which basically is a saying that means whose story is the worst in the room.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
And I've been to meetings, not for
Yeah.
myself, but I've been to meetings. And
Okay.
yes, it was somebody else's fault. And it's like, no, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't do that. It was your choice.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
your choice to accept their behavior and to react in a negative way to their behavior. So that's the
Yeah.
other thing is even the person I went with would complain about these people and why are they blaming it on everybody else? And I look at
Yeah.
that person and going,
That takes it up to
do I need
another
to hold them
level.
here? Yeah.
Yeah. For a month, they get you sober, but and they do talk about emotional sobriety, but the best group that I've ever run into for emotional sobriety is Codependence Anonymous or Al-Anon. They really like look at like your side of the street more, and they're more introspective. Yeah, for sure. I know. It's like, why are you going and like repeating this over and over? What have you gained since then? And some of them do gain a lot. Like they have really wildly successful businesses, and that's amazing. So, but it can be a good first step. Getting sober is a very good first step. If you need that support, you need that support, and you should go.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. But just know there's other things to do that can heal you. When I went to BPI, Berkeley Psychic Institute, there was one of my classmates. He was in AA, and I had been going to AA at the time before I started. He he had been diagnosed a bunch of mental health stuff. I forget what, anxiety being one of them. But by the time we were done with the program, he was, quote unquote, healed by his mental health professional that he stayed in contact with. So the stuff does work, and it does do a lot of good for a lot of people. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. And doing the energy healing is a good way to figure out what the triggers are. Because you
Mm-hmm.
can see what those triggers are. And the triggers, once you know what your triggers are. Because
Yeah.
a lot of people have no idea. Well, I've asked many, well, why did you take that first drink again? I really have no idea. I mean, you think, yeah, you've got to know. And it's
Yeah.
like they really don't.
Yeah. Yeah. It
Oh,
could be a myriad of reasons, but yeah,
yeah,
something deep.
yeah. But then again,
Or,
oh, go ahead. Or
oh,
what?
sorry. I had a roommate in Phoenix for like 3 months, and I told him, no obsessive drinking in the house. I don't care if you have like, you can have up to 3 or 4 a week, but um, he was on a month after he moved in, he was on house arrest for his second or third DUI.
Oh my.
He had an ankle bracelet, and so to like get back at the court system, because he would have to do daily sobriety tests remotely with this ankle bracelet or something, I don't remember. Uh, he drank to like a lot every day. I don't know if he drank a fifth, but he drank a lot for like the first month. And then I started feeling like drinking. And I thought about it for a day. I'm like, since when? Well, oh, there's a Bing in here. There were a lot of Bings in my house. I had to clear them out. But yeah, so he didn't last. I had him about after 3 months.
Well, and being an energy person, you're feeling as an empath, you're feeling their energy, and it. Yeah, they
Yeah.
can walk in the room. Someone walked in the room. I think it was yesterday or the day before, and all of a sudden I'm dizzy. I wasn't dizzy. I was fine. I was fine until this person walked, and it's like, nope, not my
Yeah.
energy. Back off, and got some water and relaxed, and then
Cool.
that person's looking at me. I did that to you, didn't I? Yep. But somehow it got into my defenses, so it's gone now. I'm fine. Everything's good. But it happens. It happens. You know that. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
when you're
Were they
going to,
aware? They were aware that they did that? What did they
yeah.
say was the cause of it for them?
Well, this person works out in the sun all day, and it got to I
Oh,
think 114 or something. So yeah, we can
yeah.
understand that. That's why I drink water.
Yeah.
You think? But yeah, so it
Uh,
wasn't a bad thing. And this person feels energy. I know they do.
yeah.
And they say they see souls, so that's great.
That's awesome. Yeah.
But to me, it's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting something
Different.
a different result, and everybody should know that's the definition of insanity. And so, to me, that's one thing about these people who want to keep you in that same mold all the time. That it's just a group of insanity because they don't want to heal.
Yeah.
They're told they can't heal. Oh yeah, you can. Oh,
Right.
yeah, you can.
Right.
Did you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
That one of my friends in AA in Phoenix, and I would go to meetings because I was lonely. I didn't know very many people. Anyway, we're on this text string, and he's like, "Oh my God, my wife is X, Y, and Z," and he's like, he's crying and he's upset and he's like near the end of his rope, and I'm like, holy shit. So I call him up and I say, hey man, are you up for an energy healing? He goes, man, I'll do anything at this point. I'm like, okay. So I just pulled a big nasty cord out of his space that was between him and his wife, and he had somebody on their way to like pick him up and console him and probably take him to a meeting or something. And I said, so how do you feel? And he's like, what? Dude, it's gone. I'm like, yeah, I know. I just want you to realize that. And I told him, I said, you don't have to get involved in the intensity of the story with whoever it is that's coming to pick you up. There's a small risk of like bringing back the energy if you start talking about it a lot or obsessing on it. But I mean, that's what they teach us at school. But the reality is it's a very small chance. If you're just like touching on it to, share, an experience with somebody, then that's not going to do it. But yeah, me talking about these experiences is a little bit bringing all those parties' energy into my space a little bit, but that's okay.
Well, you have to do it when you're teaching anyway.
For sure.
Because you're giving them examples.
Yeah, it's a cost-benefit thing. And yeah, the benefits far outseed, just a little bit of energy in my space. Just to impart with everybody, what's possible out there.
All this stuff. So we've talked about that. The day that you healed whatever trauma I had, we didn't get into what that was, and I don't really know.
That's just a healing.
But you also did a huge healing from a past life with a lady named Bev. Because that's totally different than what we've been talking about. So could you explain that one once you get done with it?
So stop chewing my cud.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Wait, who was it with?
Her name was Bev. Her name is Bev, but that was a person.
What was the healing I did with her?
You had help with Gabriel and one other person. And
oh, my guide, yeah.
Do you remember now?
No, but Gabriel's my guide I use all the time.
Okay.
Archangel.
She was a female commander for the Vikings. And she had asked somebody to end her life. So because she didn't like what she was asked to do as a Viking commander. As a female Viking commander. And
I've had those past lives myself.
And somebody took an axe to her because she asked him to. And you healed. It was a very big gash, and you healed that gash.
Was that first healing I did in Tina's class?
Well, I was the first one. She was the big one. Yeah.
Okay.
little.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Yours was the first one. Yeah.
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 It was
Right
just
on.
teeny tiny. So
Yeah. Nah, it's they're all big when you're living them. Um, what was
compared
your
to her,
question?
I'm telling you, it took you a while. And people
Yeah.
were watching. My
Yeah.
clairvoyancy is picking up, but at the time I could not see it. I could just feel the energy.
Yeah. Yeah. What was your? Did you have a question about that or
Well, I
comment?
want you to tell that story if you can remember any of it, because
Oh
you were
yeah.
healing from a past life. I mean, a long time ago. We're talking Vikings.
Yeah. Right. Well, I do vaguely remember that we were sitting in a circle. We were far across from each other in this kind of bigger sized room. She, I can't remember what her complaint was.
She was very
She had
angry.
pain.
She had pain, lots of pain, and she was very angry and could not
Yeah.
push away the
Yeah.
anger.
Okay. So, yeah. So, I remember now, I dropped into my clairvoyant space, my trance. And for some reason, like right now, when I think about, look at it, I'm seeing like that I saw a magenta color, purple, magenta, and maybe some ruby red. But it was a big gash that was right in the middle of her abdomen, and I don't remember how that related to the beheading, but I'm sure that it did. Um, but I remember I shot some energy. So let me back up. I didn't shoot some energy. I reached towards her with my psychic hand, which is one way that I sometimes do the healings, and I just kind of removed the gash. It was a huge gash in her energy body, uh, and I removed that, and yeah, she felt a lot better afterwards. Um,
Well, you had one other guy to be besides Gabriel. There was one other person. I can't remember what you called him.
Gayoshi.
Okay, and you guys had to take out the toxicity first before you cleared it out, and there was all sorts of colors.
Uh, yeah. Okay.
It
Yeah,
was
with
septic,
something.
so
Yeah, with something that big, that's often the case. I mean, especially if it's manifesting in that amount of pain in this life, it's going to be a big, big whack, and that's what
yeah.
we call them. We call them whacks, divots, attacks, gouges, slices, dices in somebody's energy body or their aura. Uh, the aura, 7 layers to the aura, one corresponding to each of the chakras, and there's an infinite amount of information each layer or and each chakra can hold. Um, so it's kind of like when you look at somebody in a case like that, and you're trying to find the source of the quote unquote problem or discomfort, then you're gonna one of the layers of the chakra or one of the something in the energy body itself is going to show up, and really their spirit is guiding my process. So my spirit's talking to their spirit, um, and their spirit's like, "Hey, look over here. There's something," and then I see it, and it could be in any layer of the aura. It could be a past life. It could be a whack from somebody in this life. There are methods and ways that I was trained in to de-energize all that stuff. And there also could be what we call healing agreements or oh, healing agreements or teaching agreements between people. And so yeah, that's how that works. I guess.
I know you're reading.
yeah. I'm like, Victor.
Yeah. Victor's from Sweden.
Oh,
So he's one of our
wow.
regulars. So
Right on, Victor.
hopefully
Sorry I couldn't get to you.
he's been through a lot lately that he would need an energy healing, but he's
Okay.
heading off. I know it's a totally different time zone. He's
Yeah.
now 9 hours difference for us.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's probably pretty late for him.
Yeah. So you've done a lot of energy healing. Are there anything else that, I mean, I know you're clairvoyant, but is there anything? Well, you were talking about brain waves, or what was that?
Oh, brainwave therapy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be adding that to my professional offering. That's I think that would get more people in the door, but I also think it would be less draining on me. It's not easy sitting in trance for long periods of time. It's hard on the body, and it's a lot of energy. A lot of energy you burn through. And anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to take a little bit of break and be back, and then we can start doing some reading. And in your case, probably some healing too.
Cool.
All right. So we'll take a 2-minute break here.
All right.
You're back. Caught you eating again. Okay, let's see. No. All right, we have people on. Davey wants a reading. He wants to know what's happening coming up. General reading for the next 2 months. And
Who wants that?
Huh?
Who wants that?
Davy Jones. It's there.
Okay.
And we do explain to him on a regular basis that we get what we get, especially on general, not specific questions, and we do the best we can. But we can't really give time frames because our time frame and the universe time frame totally different.
Often true.
Okay. So.
Okay.
And if you feel he needs healing, let him know.
Well, yeah. Let me tune into him.
Okay. And Davey, are you here still?
Mm.
Or I'm back was planned call Michelle, but she was at work. Oh, okay. So Victor's here too.
Okay.
So we've got then Katie and Victor. All right.
Victor, we're waiting for Davey to chime back in if he's still with us.
Yep. Yeah, I've got you on, Victor.
You're in the queue.
Yep.
Mm.
And Katie is second. We
I'm
might have to
feeling-
give, huh?
Davey's pretty distracted right now.
Yeah.
There's
Okay,
some
well.
anyway, there's some gray energy in his space, but anyway, so I guess I'll move on to somebody else.
Yeah, we'll go to Katie. And Davey, when you get back, we'll do that. Okay. Katie Newkirk.
Katie's next.
Yes, Katie's ready.
Okay. Hi, Katie. Let me see. See you vibrating at. Wow, you're very enthusiastic. I love that. Oh, it's fun. You're kind of vibrating at a lime green. So I'm going to read you, and this is how I don't surpass people's ability to receive what I can see as I do what I'm doing now, which is matching my crown chakra's color to a half step above the reading so that I don't go past what they can handle. Okay. And so that I can see them properly too. Okay. Oh, I'm going lemon yellow. Okay. And of course, I'm getting all this direction from my spirit and your spirit. Katie, what is it you want me to focus on?
She says general or healing.
Davey's back.
Yeah. We
Okay.
can wait.
All right. Well, okay. Let's see. Katie, unless you can chime in, but I'll just start reading you. Katie, there's a lot of enthusiasm. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. It looks like you're shedding. What I'm getting is you're shedding some familial responsibility and trauma energy out of your space. Kind of like things that tell you you're supposed to do one thing or another. You're supposed to behave a certain way towards a person if you're a good person to take care of them. You know, all the little things people do. There's yeah, on the left side near your head, Katie, there's some energy lit up about how you're supposed to behave from your mom towards a younger brother, or maybe just a younger male that's has been in your life, is what I'm getting. On the right side, some programming from your dad, and mostly actually it's from just generally people you've met in your life. It looks like some of it's from your dad's dad, and that has to do with well, I don't know. It doesn't look very influential in your space right now. I'm kind of asking for a direction on where you want me to go. So I'm a very direction-oriented type of reader. I will say that I see that you're releasing some stuff out of your third chakra. The third chakra sits in your solar plexus, and it has to do with willpower, ego, self-identity, and energy distribution throughout the body. So if you're going to sit down and study for a while, it's going to send most of your energy up towards your brain. If you're going to do physical stuff, it's going to send your energy towards your body. But you're releasing, wow, a lot of programming Hold on. I'm getting a lot of it's from a male, and I don't know if you're married, but I'm getting that there's an awful lot of programming from that kind of relationship, and some of it's from your dad. Of course, he's going to teach you how to relate to males at an early age, and it kind of goes in circles. It is hard to switch.
Well, she's now saying my next month coming up, please. It's like, well, you're on a read right now. She
Yeah.
mentioned her sister instead of her mother, I think.
Okay. All right.
So
Very
let's keep going with that
good. Okay. All
because
right.
it's what came
Sure.
up first. Switching to next month again, we cannot guarantee time frame.
All I can do is read what your current trajectory is, and you can change that at any time. Okay. Let me look at your sister first. I'm seeing some contention. It looks like you guys need to resolve something to get back in harmony. At least energetically, that's what I'm seeing. There's also, let me see. So for your sister, there's a lot about parenting each other when your mother wasn't around or doing the job that y'all thought she should be doing. And a lot of that, there's some jealousy, some anger, some like, what are you talking about? I don't understand where the other person's coming from, and it's causing some discord in your relationship. Now, what's happening in the chat?
Not much. Well, Victor just said what he's feeling, and
okay.
she wasn't understanding what you said a little bit. So, but she's good. We're all together now.
Okay, all right. Let's see. That's kind of what I'm seeing. I'm guessing she's an older sister, but it looked very just a lot of attacks, and you're trying to shield yourself from it.
Is she an older sister or a younger sister? Because her mother wanted her to take care of her once she passed. Mother wanted her to take care of sister once mom passed.
Oh, so Katie was the older sister?
That's what I'm double checking. To keep the peace.
Yeah, okay.
No, she's younger. Okay, yeah, she's younger.
Oh, okay. Well, and how's the younger sister taking it?
Advantage is what I hear. No offense. We're not laughing at you, Katie. I'm just saying.
We're laughing at the messages we're getting.
Yeah.
So, oh, geez. She's on drugs. She's blocked right now. Let me see. What's your younger sister's name? Rules the roost. Okay. Jeez.
She does. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, wow. Yeah. The beings that she's channeling gives her a false sense of power. And yeah, I can see that being involved in the drugs. Nadina,
Nadine.
okay, thanks. Yeah, wow, okay. Well, let me see if she's willing to accept a healing. Or Katie, would you like the healing?
I think we need to stick with Katie right now. I'm feeling a lot of stuff in our solar plexus.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay, I'll start with Katie. She won't help herself. Okay. All right. So, good.
And I was
Katie,
going
do
to
I?
say, giving Nadine could be the same thing as the young man on alcohol. You might
Yeah,
heal him for a day, and it
right.
could get a lot worse.
And her telling me that she won't help herself
Yeah.
is
Sorry, I didn't
confirmation.
mean to interrupt there.
Oh, no, oh, no worries. I would love the healing. Okay. Thank you. All right. So, I see a lot of your chakras lit up right now. I'm going to go for that third first. Okay. I'm going to call in one of my guides. Actually, I'm going to just. Okay. All right. Okay. Gabriel, come down, plug in the back of my right hand. Match your energy to Katie's. Thank you. And let's go ahead and reach in and help her remove that cord and all those lessons aren't serving her anymore out of her third chakra. Katie, you're releasing a lot of responsibility, a lot of shoulds and have tos, and you need to be this way. You're also releasing the programming that goes with that, and there's some energy that's attacking your self-worth in there. I'm going to work on that right now. Okay. Your heart chakra is really lit up. Well, your second is too. But your heart chakra looks very enthusiastic and energized about it. Okay. So there's just a ring of old foreign energy around the edges of your heart chakra. I'm going to clean out right now. Okay. You're filling in with some yellows and some oranges in that heart chakra. Yeah, looks really good. There's your heart chakra's adjusting. It's reconciling its understanding of itself with how it's been with what's happening now. So it's going to take a little bit of time. I'll look back at it in a minute. You go down your second, yeah. Okay, so what you're showing me in the second is your desire to understand more of what's happening, and also your actually feeling quite under attack from this sister, and yeah, it looks like it's just been fermenting and collecting up in there. So let me do a healing on that. Underneath that is this programming from your parents on your responsibility to be responsible for her. Clean out the negative energy first. And then I'm going to look for your spirit to tell me where you need to set some boundaries in relation to what I'm seeing with this sister. You're automatically starting to change your own second chakra as I said that. Looks pretty cool. Like there's a solidness that you're bringing in, like almost in the middle, but just to the right, about 9 o'clock on the dial. There's other things that you're kind of spewing out, and they're unmet emotional encounters with her over the years. If your subconscious is looking for healing on that at this point, given her current state, you're not going to get anything good back. So you're showing me that because you wanted it de-energized. Okay, so I'm going to de-energize those. Okay, they're coming out. Something about your dad being involved in one of these instances. He was misread the situation and was telling you to be more responsible than you really should have been at that point. So you're kind of releasing all that. That looks really good. Good job. Good job. She's reading a book on that right on. Oh, that's interesting. There's something from your mom's mom in there. This is what we call genetic programming. Lessons get passed down through the generations. So I'm pulling that out. It doesn't look like positive energy. That's why I'm pulling it out. All right. Let me see if there's any family beings involved in all. Yes, there are several. Okay. So I'm seeing 3 family beings. Family beings are beings that someone in our family picked up along their way and brought into this life with them to wreak havoc and to find a place to re-experience a physical experience through somebody else's trials and tribulations. So they tend to, like I said earlier, guide us towards certain actions so that they can feel validated. So anyway, so let me see which of those beings are ready to leave. Of course, they're like, not me.
No.
Okay. I see. Okay, there's one in particular. Yeah, it's like, okay, so let me. Okay, Gabriel, find those beings' guides to take them on to their next step. Because, and Katie, this is where I start to look for the trauma pictures in both your all space. That is what they're latched into, what they're tied into. Okay, I'm just going to do a clean sweep here. Let me hold up a picture of your sister. A mirror. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah, she's using her voice to let a lot of other beings have their voice, so I'm kind of grounding that. Okay. So there's an element to Navita where she feels like if I do the healing, then she will be back to her disempowered self. She just felt that way, which is probably why she's using and being the way she is too. Um, yeah, let me see if I can sweet talk her. Hold on. Hi, Navita.
You're talking Nadine?
Thank you. Is that her
Nadine?
name?
Yeah, well, let's remember we're on live and we have 2 other people waiting for you.
Okay.
So that's we need to do the here and now.
Rats.
Sorry about that.
Rats.
You can, Katie, you can get a
Well,
hold of them later if you want more done.
well, but to remove these beings, I have to clean her up a little bit.
No cord cutting to help? Would that
Well, that's part of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's make it.
Okay, so all right, I'll try and be more quick. Yeah. All right. Well. Okay. She's willing to let go of some stuff. I'll drain that out. And let me see the chords. So one thing about chords, and I teach this, is if you bring them up to gold, they'll either fall away naturally or they get updated. And it's up to your all spirit to dictate which way it goes. That way I'm not pulling any chords out that still have some relevance in your lives. Okay.
Hey, I helped you with your chords.
You did.
I got rid of that cord.
That was a doozy.
I had to burn it off a couple times, I think. That was, yeah. Saying.
Yeah, I was in a relationship with someone who was in my, I've incarnated with many times before. So, and she wasn't really ready for a relationship in this life when I met her. I'll just say that. And be nice about it. Still care about her, but
she held on as much as she could.
Yeah. Feisty one. All right. Is breaking up some of the agreements. That's good. The negative agreements between you and her. Let's look at the boundaries, how the boundaries really need to be in place. Okay, your spirit's doing some stuff with that outside of your energy body, kind of in your aura a little bit. Might want to make that boundary like 3 feet out from your center of your energy body. Okay, you moved it out. That's good. Yeah, so hopefully you'll feel like you have more space. Let me look at you real fast again. Okay, I'm just going to work real fast here. What else? Okay. Some programming going into your brain, pulling, and a cord, pulling that out. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot. Okay. And let's ground that energy on your right side. Okay. All right. Katie, I want you to imagine a cord coming down to the top of your head. It is filled with Christ force energy, which is about forgiveness and healing, self-forgiveness and forgiveness for others. And it's pink and it has gold flux in it. So just let that permeate your space and let it fill in your energy body, let it fill in your aura. And after, about a minute, disconnect it, or when you feel done, disconnect it. And then just bring in some gold energy, create some gold above you and bring it in. Okay, who's next?
Well, Davey is here. Yes.
Okay.
And I hope that helps. Katie, give us, text us and let us know how you're doing on that.
Yeah, please. And you can go to my website and drop me a message if you want.
Yeah. Okay. And the website is on the description. So.
Sweet.
and on the flyer. And Davy Jones is here. He wanted a general and what's happening in the next 2 months, if you didn't remember.
Okay, let me move Katie's energy out of my space.
Okay. And Katie, I gave you a reading. I will text that to you later.
Cool. Okay. Davy Jones. Um, yeah, Davy, it looks like you got a lot of gray energy in your space, foreign energy. Um, I can say your color is more of a blue, and I'm going to read you from a deep indigo with glittering gold in it. Okay, Davey, general reading on what's coming up in the next couple of months?
Yeah.
Okay. I rarely do future readings, but
Well, whatever is, when he says
yeah.
general, that usually means whatever pops up.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, your left side is jumping out at me. And it looks like, I mean, to me, that's the feminine side, the receiving side. Um, and you're feeling some turmoil about something, um, about a relationship or maybe a lack of. Let me see. A little bit of both. Um, lack of clear communication in a relationship. Uh, and yeah, there's just the lack. Um, looks like, let me see. Let me blow some roses because I have some matches. um, yeah, Davey. So I'm seeing a lot of past life energy in that part of you, and uh, I'm seeing a kind of a brutal scene of physical beating, like a like with really old weapons, like not even an axe, but like clubs. Um, looks like anger and frustration, and it also looks like you're. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm seeing. Okay, that's like a surface layer. What's going on with you is you're. It looks like you're really priming for a relationship, or yeah. Um, I see a really bright spot near your heart chakra that is just full of loving communication for a significant other, and yeah, it looks like you're really holding a very strong intention for that. Um, and I'm not even seeing if you're in one or not. I'm just seeing that that's what you got going on there. Um, so there's a bit of some other relationships that you've had. Seeing younger female that's a little bit in the way, um, and your spirit's showing me that you want that to be healed. So I'm going to de-energize that. So hang on. Okay. Yeah. Oh, wow. Now another layer's come up, Davey. Say, but you already said it. Okay.
There was a one.
Okay. I was gonna. There's another layer coming up, Davey. That's it's real negative. It looks like just some stuff your dad said to you while you're growing up. You may not even remember it, but um, about the topic of relationships. And I mean, if you're butting up against that all the time, it certainly would affect your ability to be in one, you know, in a relaxed state. Um, so let me de-energize that. It's just being a father, trying, and it looks like yeah, he had some issues himself, which is always the case. But I'm seeing it. Okay. Yeah. Um, yeah. The other part is there's some energy between your third and fourth chakra and your chest plate. That looks like okay. Yeah. Some stuff. Looks like you were whacked by some romantic interest in the past. I'll pull that out. They can have their energy back. You don't need it.
Well,
Okay. Yeah, let me look at more of this. Yeah, your first chakra, which has to do with survival, has a lot to say. It's saying just is very unhappy for some reason. Um, okay, yeah, there are some nasty lessons in there from your dad again. Let's de-energize that. And ground that. I'm cleaning out your grounding cord right now. It's clogged with some stuff. A lot of relationship stuff from the past. And some stuff from dad still. There's a being on your left side. I'm going to back off. Just so you can experience what it feels like for it to have some space from it. Okay, let's see what else. You have some clogged. There's an energy channel in each of our legs, and your left calf area is a little clogged. I'm gonna ground that out. A little bit in your right heel. Okay. Your first chakra's adjusting. It's like, whoa, what just happened? There's a little cleanup work to be done. Let me do that now. It's kind of some of the stuff that I was pulling out. I didn't get it all the way out of your space. The edges of it. Anyway. I'm seeing you'll meet somebody in about 3 months. I know you said a couple months, but there you go. You got an extra.
So not a whole lot going on in the next 2 months that you can feel, but in October,
October.
yep,
Oh. Let me see what I
that'll
said.
be 3 months.
Right. Dave, is there like a particular avenue you want me to concentrate on for that?
Not a whole lot though. Remember time frame.
No, that one.
These are supposed to be quick reads, people. Just
Oh.
reminding you. But you're good. You're good. You're good. You took care of everything with this dad right now.
Yeah, as much that was showing up right now. Yeah. Okay. So, in about a month, something happens, 3 to 4 weeks, that it's gonna make you consolidate your energy. It's gonna mobilize you. That means you'll be ready for action. Um, what is it though? Let's see the external. I'm seeing you in a social group that looks fairly engaging, and will provide some new comfort and some new excitement, mostly excitement, and uh, some new possibilities for dating. So, you know, be ready. All right. Sounds good. Let me move Davey out of my space. Thank you, Davey. Thank you for letting me work on you. Is it good or bad that something happens? Looks good. It looks good. I don't know how long it takes for these messages to appear, but
Is it good or bad that something's happening? Always good if it's a positive, like you said.
yeah.
And besides, changing things up is not a bad thing to do.
Yeah, Davey, I'm kind of seeing that there's an interaction or several interactions that cause you to change directions a little bit in about a month. So, you know, just be ready for change. Yeah, they're becoming more active lately. Good. Awesome, man. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Victor's next.
Let's go, Ted. All right. And
Good
Victor,
luck.
you're. Yeah.
And we've got Christina afterwards.
All right. So Victor's in Sweden.
Yes. Hopefully we can get to you, Christina, because we have 18 minutes left.
All right. Okay. Yes, indeed. Victor Cedarholm. Victor Cedarholm. Victor Cedarholm. Seeing a lot of warrior spirit mentality in your space. Um, but it's more, it looks more like an activist, like a modern day activist. And I don't know if you actually have tattoos, but I'm seeing like a lot of decoration on your energy body at least. And
Well, Victor,
you're you're a very animated guy, um, and seeing it definitely makes your body feel good because you run. It keeps your adrenaline going, your kundalini going, and your cortisol going. You don't want too much, but um, Yeah. Okay. So what am I reading on Victor?
He basically, well, I know what's been happening in his life lately. So I know he probably would like a healing.
Yeah. Okay.
Some recent stuff. He
Yeah.
says general, though.
All right. I'll tell you what, Victor. I'm going to take a look at your nervous system. It needs a healing.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask Spirit what energy it needs for the healing. Okay. I'm getting a purple blue color. So let me bring that down onto your nervous system. Wow. There's a lot of beings in your space, Victor. On spot dealing with narc neighbors. Yeah, really? Okay.
Narcissistic.
Oh, okay. I'm like, are they cops? Narcotic
No,
cops? They
I,
probably don't.
it's the translation. I just
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
help you there.
Awesome. Thank you, Julie. And yeah, wow. Okay. Um, yeah, so there's a lot of divots in your aura. I'm just gonna start working. Oh yeah, I was working on your nervous system. Yeah, Victor, I'm seeing there's a party that has to fix stuff. Um, Great life lesson. Some things can't be fixed. You're going to have to pivot and find something else to set that energy on. Because you're naturally very driven to do that. And that's great. Abuse. Oh, have I not seen that yet?
Uh,
Yes. What?
that was from the neighbors.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right. Well, let me work on his. Oh, his. Okay, let me ground that stuff. Okay. Mm. Yeah, Victor. There's Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna keep cleaning your energy body. The front is a little dented. Okay. Yeah, there's some beings in there. Let me get a container for them. So I'm gonna get a container for the beings that are in your space. And let's put them in there. They have to go into timeout. 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 It's like a hockey mat. Okay. All right. They're in the container, ground the container. Gabriel, find these entities, guides, and one just left. And it was plugged into your back, driving you from behind. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Victor. I'm seeing that. Victor, if you want to tell what it was about, it might help me zero in on it. Right now I'm seeing stuff come out of your second and your first. Oh, that's often trauma in there. Whoa. Okay, that looks better. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's bring your Akashic Record Keeper in to update, so you don't have those flashbacks. Okay. I'm seeing more of them now. Thank you. Okay.
Are you meaning social or vocal? I want to make sure I'm asking the right question there, Victor. It looks like social, but abuse. But
Yeah, okay, I see that. Okay, hang on. It's plugged into the back of your heart chakra, some of the social abuse. That's kind of brutal. Ugh. Okay.
vocal. Okay, got it. Vocal
Yeah.
is fine. We got
Your Victor, your voice was stunted, invalidated, and dismissed a lot. And there's so I'm gonna move that out of your throat chakra. How are we doing on time?
we have 11 minutes left.
Okay.
10.
I'll be done in a couple minutes.
Okay.
Your other chakras are going to have to update with what you just released out of your throat. But that second verse got a whole new ball game going on. They got their own thing going on. I mean, there's a lot in there. All right. What are you ready to let go of? Okay, I'm going to work on that. Black magic. Did he?
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah. Is that a new thing?
He just feels that it's a lot of evil and black magic in that area from coming out of the neighbor's toxic home and relationship.
Okay. I'm going to reground the energy coming between you two and something else. There's something called an erasure. It's if there's a being that's like 100% malicious, sometimes we'll erase it, and basically it just gets recycled back into the source, whatever you want to call it. That's a big discussion. I probably shouldn't have brought it up. But anyway, okay. Grounding out the neighbor's house too, so the energy will go down instead of laterally towards you. All right. Okay. Let's have your spirit build up a energetic boundary between you and the neighbors. I see that happening. Looks like an energy wall. Okay. All right. I think it's a good place to shift here. So let's wrap up this reading healing, and then we'll move on to hers. Is that Harley?
But
Okay. All right. Victor, I hope you're feeling better. In the interest of time, I'm going to move on to the next one. But your spirit definitely released a lot. So. What's the next one you want to do?
Christine, I'm sorry. Christine, are you still here, dear? Please let us know. We only have 7 minutes left.
Okay.
We can go a little bit over, but I don't like to go too far over.
Okay.
And then I need you to hold on afterwards, please.
Okay.
Don't just jump up.
All right, Christine Lanigan.
Are you here?
Feeling a lot
well?
better. Good. Thank you, Victor. Yeah. Good job, man.
Embrace that healing too. Don't just disregard
Yeah. Don't jump into the fray just yet. Let your system adjust.
it. Yeah, the major activity I'm feeling for you right now, hello, Letty, would be for you to pet the cats. That's all you need to do right now and embrace that healing because the cats always help. It helps calm everyone who pets them. Unless they're allergic, of course, that's another story. Miss
Well,
Christine, are you still here?
she kind of is.
She kind of
I'm,
is.
yeah, I'm getting that. She's a little busy.
Oh, I'm
Uh,
coming, I'm coming. Yeah. And Letty is in Oregon. And you know Harley. You've been on Psychic Squad to meet Harley, haven't you?
oh, maybe.
Okay.
I've been meeting a lot of people lately.
Yeah.
All right, so let me read Christine as if she was here.
Okay.
Christine Lanigan, Christine Lanigan, Christine. Get the other people out. Christine Lanigan, yeah, okay.
She's here. Beautiful.
What was her request?
Just here you go. What do you see about me right now?
Okay, awesome, thank you. um, you're moving through something that's a little heavy. Part of you is free, part of you is not. I'm literally seeing you kind of split down the middle. So your male side, the right side is persevering, moving ahead. The left feminine side looks like it's gotten you're carrying more than your fair share of energetic weight. Um, let's see. What do you got going on, Christine? Um, I'm getting the sense that it's almost like you're being responsible for a younger person. I don't even get if it's a sibling or a cousin or what, but
Could it be a child?
maybe. Is that what you're getting?
Hmm.
Um,
Child or grandchild, but I'm not sure.
yeah. And yeah, it's well, the energy, it's a gray energy, and it's a lot of responsibility. Yeah. Let me see why it's where it's plugged into you on.
It is my daughter. Okay.
Okay. Oh, she has autism. Okay.
Victor,
Um.
she has autism. Just saying, Victor.
um
He knows what I'm
so okay. Okay. So anyway, so I'm looking at this, and yeah, it is an active agreement. There's a cord. Uh, Let me bring the cord up to gold. I'm not sure it's appropriate for it to not be there. It looks like it fell away to me. So, okay. What is the gray energy about? It's not all yours. A lot of it is information a medical establishment has given you about how to deal with an autistic child. And let me see. There's a strand from your child. Let me see what that's attached to in your child. Child just wants to make sure she doesn't get lost in orientation, both energetically and with situational awareness. Um, yeah, and oh, she looks cute. And let's see what else. Yeah. So as far as your child goes, I'm not. Let me see. What's the cause of the autism? Okay. I'm gonna try and do a healing on your child. Um, so let me see if I can get permission from your child. Okay, I'm getting a yes. There's some stuff in her body that I'll remove the energy of. Um, hopefully that'll help.
Just be careful.
Okay. Let me see where else. Okay, right there. It's kind of like I'm just removing like pathogen energy almost, but I'm also seeing some metallic, a little bit of metallic energy. Usually, it's a lot easier for the person to pass this energy out, the actual substance out after I do this. Let me see if the child's willing to take an on-off switch for the autism, because so many spirits these days consider that to be a gift because they can
It
just
is. And Victor believes it's a gift because he is autistic.
Victor is
Yes.
okay.
So he's already touching base with Christine.
Awesome.
And I'm letting Christine know too, because he's helped a lot of parents and their children off when it comes
Nice.
to autism. So
Nice.
that's
Okay.
when somebody says, I have a child who's autistic, Victor, because he's been through it. He knows what he's going through. He
Yeah.
almost committed suicide, but he realized that what he has is a gift and not a curse.
Curse. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. So there's a little bit of a toggle switch built in to her system now. I don't know if she'll ever do anything with it, but it's there. Okay. Do
But how is Christine doing? We're 2 minutes
all right.
over, but
All right.
so
Christine. I mean, do you want me to clean up that gray energy from all the doctor's advice and stuff? Okay. I'll tell you what, Christine. I'll move that energy off of you a little bit so you can have a little bit of breathing room and just get a little reorientation. So I'm not going to remove it because you may need it. Okay. Well, tell me what that means. Do you want to?
yeah,
I'll move it off a little.
she wants the gray energy
Great.
removed
Out. Okay.
out. Yes.
Yeah, you really needed that. You need some breathing room. You have an energetic sore on the left side of your body near your floating ribs. I don't know if you've had physical pain there or not, but I'm going to work with that a little bit. I'm going to Gabriel and Gayoshi plug in the back of my hands again, match your energy to Christine's, and let's just work. Gayoshi, just keep working on that cellular repair over there. I'll throw some chi at it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so they're going to keep working on that, Christine, for a couple hours. So, you don't have to do anything. You know, they'll just keep working on it. Okay.
And I know it's tough. I've seen a lot of kids with autism grow up, and even though
Yeah.
she's severe right now, hopefully she can embrace her gifts that she has been given, find them and utilize them to her best extent. Um, a cousin of mine, uh, gosh, how is he? He's in his 40s, and he's been dealing with it. He's actually much better off. He started out extreme, but he's been able to graduate high school, college, and does well for himself. So, but it was a huge struggle, and they got him. He had a mom and dad that really helped him out. But Victor has been through a lot, and he understands what he can do to help you too, not just your child, but the parents get a lot of help from him too. Okay, he's
Awesome.
somebody to talk to regarding this. I don't mean to take away from
No, it's all right.
what Ted did for you, but I just wanted you to know
Yeah.
that you're here for a
Practical,
reason. Yeah,
everyday help. Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes.
yeah.
Yeah, and you will need that. You need support. My sister's a bilingual psychologist who works with autism and families in California. So it's a full-time job for her. She's highly trained. So yeah, it's a thing. Good job.
So good luck to you, and I'm glad you were here to get the healing that you did. Really feel was.
Uh, Thank you, Christine. It was very nice working for you and with you and your daughter. Wish you all the best of luck and the best possible life that you all can have. Yeah.
And I hear more and more people with that diagnosis. So we need to band together and help us all out because once we're all one, as we
Yeah.
always say, we're all one.
Yep. Yep.
And you're showing that too.
For sure.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for coming in today. We are going to end this
Yeah. Thank you.
quickly. And thank you, Ted, for being here. Um, again, his
You.
information is on the description. That all you have to do is go to the live and just look at the description, and you'll be able to contact him. His email is there, his website is there, so you're good to go with all the information you need. Okay. So when is your next class? Not until after you get settled there in Colorado?
Yeah, it'll probably start in about 6, 7, 8 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So mid to late September into October, possibly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you do it
On Zoom.
on Zoom. Okay,
Yeah.
so anybody can be anywhere
Mhm.
and take that class. Again, you usually do it in the evenings, afternoon. What do you usually choose?
I take as many people who are interested in taking it, and then I get a couple of time desires from them, and I just kind of put it together from there.
Okay. But
Yeah.
when you post it on there, make sure you put what time zone. I know you're in Mountain Daylight Time, currently. And well, a lot of people.
It's always fun trying to figure that out.
Well, yeah. Arizona stays the same all the time, so we
Right.
don't have a problem with us. It's
Right.
that I know I'm right now 9 hours different than Victor.
Yeah.
In November, beginning of November, I will be 8 hours different.
Yeah, I would just say, reach out to me. I'm also on Facebook, Ted Harris. I think in Tempe, Arizona is where it last, or maybe Santa Rosa. Yeah, I know.
Whichever one you see, Santa Rosa or Tempe, you're good.
Whichever comes first.
Or when he gets settled in, then he'll have his current Colorado information for you.
Yeah, but yeah, the website and her information there is valid. So reach out through there.
All right. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Remember tonight will be A5 Says and Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Tomorrow morning, Sonoran Mystic Tarot and Naturally Divine Goddess Tarot. I will be on Friday morning with Scott and the Gabriel Project. Friday evening is Friday Night Live happy hour with Bonnie and Sarah. And Saturday morning, hopefully, Miss Susan will be back and ready to go at 10 a.m. And she's early and she's very quick. So get in and she'll get your reading done as quickly as possible. Psychic Sunday is Bonnie and Jess at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'm not sure if Miss A5 Says will be on at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Sunday. On Monday, Anne and Claudine will be at 5:22 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And I will be back with Claudine Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. The spiritual show that flows. I'm not sure who I'm going to have next week. If you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to find somebody today and get that posted. So thank you very much for coming in today. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Ted, for taking the time to come out while you're transitioning, trying to find a place there and get secured.
Yeah. Well, my pleasure. And I really am glad that I was able to help you guys. And, I think I did. And, sounds like I did. So, yay. Thank you. And reach out if you ever need anything else. Yeah.
Remember to rise above with love. Thank you so much.